And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, the whole crew in the same camera shot. And we're at Spiro's, just checking in one more time because overkill is our goal here.
It's who we are.
It's what we do. You want to talk more PO? No? Oh, too bad. We're doing it. So with Jordan on the left of the camera, Pat in the middle, and Gabe on the far right. And welcome everyone to POFC 2025 and the coaching staff. We talked with you guys individually. Now we're just going to check in again. And Pat, tell us what really led you to want to pick these two guys to help you out this year.
So I'll start with Gabe here. I messaged Gabe about CK soccer and positions opening up in the CK soccer world, and it was more just like, hey, if you're around, not knowing if he would be around or not. And once I got a message back a bit of time later, like, hey, I actually might be around, I'm going to look into this, I was kind of like, okay, things just got real, you know. So for me, it was really just about didn't really have to like sell him on too much, but I wanted to sit down and talk with him. And when I kind of rolled it to him like, hey, let's take that CK soccer opportunity and let's add PO to the mix too. And let's see what that looks like. I think it was a no-brainer for both of us, right? So being able to jump into that sort of collaborative moment together and say, hey, let's actually coach together is something that I know excited me. I don't want to speak for him, but it just seemed like an opportunity that made a lot of sense. When it comes to Jordan, I mean, we played together since we were 15, and we've known each other for that amount of time, and I've just been so proud of him as a former teammate to see his journey in soccer. Quite frankly, he's so far exceeded expectations of what somebody would have expected from him at 16, 17 years old. And so to watch that and see him now starting his coaching journey over the course of the past year or so that I've been able to see, you know, it's just something where, like, one, I know we can work well together because we've done it for so long, but then two, to also like do it in this way now is going to be something that I just am really confident in, and I'm excited to see it play out. And I also, you know, he was so naturally, he didn't have the title of a coach last year for PO, but he was so naturally a leader and helped in so many ways like that. He was a guy I knew I could call and have conversations with and talk through things with, and it's just inevitable, and it's just the next step of progression for this to take place the way it's going to.
So Gabe, you're back now, and you are giving back to local soccer after a career that's just starting really for you, but it's been a great career in college. What's it going to be like working with Pat and kind of giving back to the community over here? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when me and Pat had that discussion, a big talking point was the community and was reaching out and being bigger than just the soccer team, like getting into the community and helping these kids out and finding the right players and that can represent what this Kitsap County community really is in the form of a soccer team. And so I just thought that when I heard that kind of vision and that sort of philosophy, it was just very exciting for me because I've always been proud of where I came from. I've been very lucky to get the support that I have from this community, being from around here, so I'm excited to give that.
And Jordan, you actually can talk with our players, like you did last year, about experiences overseas. So you can bring that back to Kitsap County now, along with everything else you're doing. So how do you see that blending in with how you're going to work with Pat?
Definitely. I definitely see it kind of working and blending together in a way where the players can see that my playing experience took me a lot further than a lot of other players, and I don't want to make it about me per se. It's more about, this is what I did. You have your own choice. You have your own pathway. This is definitely a place where you can start that pathway. And one thing that I, always prided myself on was I played for West Sound Men's FC back a long time ago. Harbor's Men's FC long time ago as well. During my summer seasons when I was over at Seattle U, and so there's so many pathways you can take to find your way in the professional life and career. So bringing that to Port Orchard FC is super important, and Pat can coach and deliver the message. I have what I have as my playing experience. I think it's just going to be a fantastic combination.
Well, gentlemen, it's great to have you all here, and I will just say no pressure, but here's what Pat has done in his first 2 years. League title, championship, division winner, promotion, first year in top level, all the way to the championship final. So, now we have year 3, and we have set a precedent that we're not settling for anything but going as high as we can. So, I think you guys are going to definitely be looking forward to helping us get there. Any final comments on that challenge?
You probably want to hear from them more than me, but like my thought process in bringing these two specifically in is because they drive those standards, and that's where their successes come from, quite frankly. So to have them, we'll all be communicating the same message and the same standards, and I know that they'll hold that level even without me having to say so. You know, it's something where I think we're all walking in with the same expectations and the same goals. So
just building off of that, like, we just want a competitive environment. We don't have a lot of men's teams around this area that competes like PO does, and so we want to be a team that just constantly has the highest of standards and is progressively getting better as we move